Love Among the Recipes by Carol M. Cram is a melee of romance and lovely dishes and French food set in the wonderful city of light and love, which is Paris. Genna is in Vancouver. She's married to Drew. They have hit an extremely rocky patch in their marriage, and she decides to up sticks and go to Paris for 6 months. She doesn't know what she feels about what's been going on, but she needs to sort herself out. And besides which, she has a project, and that project is like straddling the idea of a cookbook and a guidebook and melding the two. So what she wants to do is go to see all the sites, feel inspired by the colours, the feel, the senses, and then decide what dish marries up really well with that particular site. So for example, she chooses bouillabaisse for the Musée Picasso because she feels it combines all of the traditions, the culinary traditions around France, and brings them into one dish. And of course, Picasso was an extremely colourful man who exemplified so much that is his home country and also of France. So she decides to take a flat from an elderly gentleman. He's quite a recluse, but in fact the two of them get on quite well. The flat has a bed, it has a hob, that's all she needs. She also meets his son Pierre, who is very dishy, good looking, hunky, but she realises early on that perhaps there is no love interest. And does she want a love interest anyway? Because she's not sure how she feels about what's happened back in Vancouver. She also decides to go to French classes, and there she meets a lovely group of people who very rapidly become her friends, and so she's got a really good, nice selection of people to spend time with, particularly Marsha, who is an American who is living with her boyfriend in the city, but Genna gets the sense that perhaps their relationship is tricky. He maybe has anger issues and she does worry about him. People breeze in and out of her life. There's Tyler, there's Colin, and this is a lovely mixture of food, people, observations, and the author really loves her art, so you'll get quite a lot of wonderful ideas about art and what to see, and just it's a very colourful read. At the beginning of each chapter there is a little note of a macaroon, and the author has obviously delighted in finding various different recipes and colours, because macaroons can be wonderfully colourful. So she has ones flavoured with kiwi, so they're green, blueberries, she'll add ginger, and they kind of whet your appetite for what's coming up in the next chapter. At the end of the book, the author has listed the sites and the married up dishes that she thinks are really appropriate for that particular site. So she'll have the Tuileries gardens, and that will be married up with a salad niçoise. You can click on the links and you can be taken to the recipes if you want to recreate them yourself, which is really wonderful. So this is a novel that appeals to all the senses. So I think if you love Paris, if you love food, if you love a bit of art, a bit of romance perhaps, and you just want to get an overall feel for Paris at its best, through spring into summer, then this is a lovely book to pick up.